All right, give me like 10 seconds. There's a moderate risk issue down in southeastern Oklahoma. Alrighty, I'm back. Severe weather coverage. So to get started, we have tornado watches stretching from Kentucky to Texas, and I actually need to fix my color tables. I'll show you the risk in a second. Watches, not discussions. Here is the outlook for today. We have a moderate risk stretching from around Tyler, Texas, up toward the Missouri and Tennessee border. Which this will also include some of Louisiana. It stretches straight through Arkansas and southeastern Oklahoma. And I think that's going to be the risk. So first tornado warning here. We have a tornado warning in Gilmer and Pittsburgh, Texas. Here's your pocket of rotation. It's right around there where if there was a tornado, which I think there might be. There might be, right? Hold on, my CC's not updating, but right about there. That is very strong rotation. Hold on. Give me like 10 seconds. I don't know if anyone's watching. Okay. A lot of these storms are in a dead radar zone. Okay, so there's double tornado warnings here. There's double tornado warnings here. This one's going to be in DeQueen, Arkansas, and Halworth, Oklahoma. Now here's Little Rock. They just issued this warning here. Here's your rotation, and there's a second spot of rotation right there. All heading in the direction of Mountain View, Arkansas. This was the most concerned. Whoa. This is the most concerning one, in my opinion. There's strong rotation right here. It brought in just a little bit, but still. I don't think it's on the ground. It might be. It was most definitely on the ground earlier. And here's another tornado warning. It was just issued. This is a weird border. There is a tornado possible label on the severe thunderstorm warning. I do not see the. Maybe I think the radar's just messed up. The Fort Smith radar. Here is the Fort Smith radar site. There is a hook right there. This is strong rotation. I don't know how it's not on the ground. The rotation is right over Lafayette and Cox Holly Springs. It will be moving in the direction of a Lone Star, which is all in Texas, and Hug Springs. And yes, this is a PDS tornado warning. There will probably be a new tornado warning here stretching from about the Lone Star Pittsburgh area. I guess up toward, I think it's Texarkana is a little bit too far. This will be toward Naples. Okay, this is a really good radar site. Oh, a new tornado warning for Nashville in Arkansas. This is going to be around the Oklahoma border. There's a hook right here. Strong rotation right there. There is some rotation here near DeQueen. I am not Spanish, I'm sorry. There's rotation here and here. Here is the other rotation. This is stronger. This is a PDS tornado warning. This is going. If this is on the ground, it will be going through Lone Star right about now. This will be for heading toward Hug Springs, which is right around here. And it will most likely move. I think they're gonna. If they issue a new warning, it would be right around there, somewhere in this area. And I don't think it would include Texarkana. Oh. This is far. I don't know if that's new or not. This is in North Arkansas. There is no radar site, so it is hard to tell. I see some rotation. Most definitely a hook. Very defined. Strong rotation heading into Lone Star, Texas. I think this is Texas. Yes. Some long tracks. This, I think, produced. Yeah, they're gonna have to issue. They're gonna have to issue a new tornado warning on this. I do not have a. I have this in Puerto Rico. It's just rain. I don't see anything. Here's your hook. Strong rotation heading into Lone Star, Texas. If this is on the ground, it's going to core the town, most definitely. See, if the rotation's here, it's moving this way. I'm sorry, I can't draw. It would be moving this way. I can't draw. Moving this way. It will, if a tornado is on the ground, which might be, it would be moving toward Lone Star, Texas, and Hug Springs, Texas. Okay, so we got a new tornado warning here near Little Rock, Arkansas. This tornado warning is going to include Wooster, Green Barrier, Guy, Plummerville, and the north side of Conway, Arkansas. Oopsies. My radar has just updated. I cannot see rotation. Oh, whoa. Hold on. Sorry. There we go. We have a new PDS tornado warning about to appear on this, by the way. Yes, I just turned on satellites. My radar is not updating, but there is a new warning on this, and if this is apparently on the ground, it just cored this town, I think. I don't like satellite, I'm sorry. My radar has just now updated. I'm back to dark mode. This is going, oh my. Look at that hook. If you're in this warning, you need to be in your safe place. This is strong rotation. This is right over the town of Lone Star. See, there's a Crump's Food Center. I don't know what that building is. There's a food center in the path of this thing. I don't know what that is. I think that might be an airport. There's a reservoir. There's a market. If you live in this warning, you need to be in your safe place. This is a PDS tornado warning. Long track towns, New Boston, Hooks, Texas, Texarkana, Texas. Here, let me look at this Clinton storm for a second. I think they're just going to let those expire. And same thing down here. These don't look as strong. Look at this hook. This thing is about to core Lone Star. If you're in Lone Star, it's too late. You need to be in your safe place. If you're in Hughes Spring, which you are next, if this thing stays on the ground, you need to be in your safe place. Look at this rotation. There's purple on the velocities. There's a food center. There's a reservoir. The rotation is right over the town almost. Huge wall cloud on the storm. I just got a report. Maynard, you are still in a warning. Here's Plummerville. This is a PDS tornado warning. Currently 8 tornado warnings. Or yeah, there's 8. I just not my there's one that's not showing up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8 tornado warnings. One of them is just not showing up right now. I'm waiting for it to show up. There it is. New tornado warning on here near Gears Ferry Lake, and we're Concord, Arkansas. Batesville, Arkansas is in the path of this. Mountain View, Gears Ferry, Shirley, Fairfield Bay. Same thing for this warning here. The towns that will be in the track of this is Calico Rock, Mount Olive, Melbourne, Norfolk, if that stays on the ground. There's a couplet there. They issued a warning for that. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This rotation is right over the town. If you live in Lone Star, you're basically, it's too late, I think. This is PDS, which means not much people are going to live if they get hit. Omaha, Naples, and Dangerfield need to be in your shelter. Also, Concord, Arkansas, I'd get ready to get in your shelter because this storm right here is heading for you. Didn't I turn off discussions? Yes, I did. Hold on. Discussions? Oh, there we go. This radar is not updating. We need this to update. While we wait for it to update, let's just kind of stare at it. Really nothing we can do. This is a large and extremely dangerous tornado. I am watching a... Hold on. I'm gonna see it. Okay, there goes the radar. This is over. This is... Oh, okay. Dangerfield, I think you're in... If you live in Hughes Field, it's too late. You need to be in your shelter. Look at that. Rotations right... Oopsies. It just hit the town of Lone Star. Right over Jenkins. No, this is a huge tornado. Let me go back to max velocity. Hold on. Very strong rotation here over the town of Lone Star. If you live in Hughes Springs, you need to be in your shelter. Fairfield Bay, you need to be in your shelter. Clinton, you need to be in your shelter. If you live in Mountain View, I'd go ahead and get in your shelter because you're surrounded by tornado warnings. I'm more concerned about this, though. This is PDS. Oh, yeah. This is a large and dangerous tornado. PDS. Let me go back to Concord, Arkansas. If you live in any of these red boxes, this tornado warning in Worcester and Conaway will be tracking toward Gears Ferry Lake and Fairfield Bay. Okay, so there is definitely a tornado on the ground in this storm because I'm watching a video and there has been a power flash. This just hit the town of Lone Star. There is power flashes. This could be at least rated EF3. And there's another one. Oh, that's the smallest tornado warning I think I've ever seen. Clinton, stay in your shelter. That's all I can say. Dude, Lone Stars. Oh. This just hit the town of Lone Star. Eight tornado warnings as we speak. I'm more worried about this because it just hit the town of Lone Star. There's no way this thing is not on the ground. There is a tornado in there that just hit the town of Lone Star. It is very, very rain-wrapped. If you live in Hughes Springs, it's too late. Get in your shelter. If you live in Douglasville, you need to be in your shelter. Marietta, you need to be in your shelter. Texarkana, get ready to be in your shelter. New Boston, get ready. Hooks, get ready. This is heading straight towards you. Just hit the town of Lone Star. And it just hit this little neighborhood called Jenkins, heading for Hughes Springs. Just hit the town of Lone Star and Jenkins, heading for Hughes Springs. Get in your shelter. Particularly dangerous situation. Power flashes. This is on the ground. Just hit the town of Lone Star. Hi. Dangerous tornado. Huge tornado on the ground near Lone Star. Just hit the town of Lone Star. Looks like it just hit this neighborhood called Jenkins, heading for Hughes Springs. If you live in this red box, you need to be in your shelter. This will most likely track toward Texarkana. There goes the, okay, it looks like it's broadening just a little bit. Right outside of Hughes Springs, but it just hit the town of Lone Star, Texas. Still pretty large. We had a severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, I think a new tornado warning was issued near Fort Smith. Oh, wow. Look at the hook. Hook right there. Rotation right there, and maybe a little bit right there. Let me go back to Little Rock. This storm looks like it's going to head a little bit, I think that's north of Concord. This down here will be heading toward Texarkana, Texas. The hook is getting a little bit embedded, but you can still see it. This just hit the town of Lone Star, and it's about to hit Hughes Springs. And 2 large tornadoes have been produced by this storm. You still have tornado warnings up here, which will most likely just expire. Rotation is there, by the way, so if you're in any of these warnings, you need to be in your shelter. None of these right here are concerning, but they can produce maybe later on. But right now, I don't think they are. Same thing with this one. I don't have a radar site near that one, so I can't really tell. The closest one I think would be Memphis, Tennessee. And the storm's already out of the warning, and it just actually expired 11 seconds ago. So, and I think this is an observed tornado warning, not radar indicated, which means there is a tornado here. Strong rotation just hit the town of Lone Star, Texas. Going to hit Hughes Springs. Don't know if it's on the ground now, but it most definitely hit the town of Lone Star. Might be wrong, but I think it most definitely hit the town of Lone Star. The radar updated over here. Hold on. Pocket of rotation right there, heading toward. I don't think there's a town in this warning. No, there is. Okay. This will be heading. This is right over Brawley, which is in Arkansas. This is going to go through Hughes Springs. Hughes Springs High School is in the path of this tornado. I think a Dairy Queen is too. Let me zoom in. I think the tornado is going to clip this side of the town. If this is on the ground, it is going to clip the side of Hughes Springs. This, if it stays on the ground, if it keeps its path, which it did something like that, it would go for Texarkana. So if you live in Texarkana, be ready to be in your shelter. Because that's a large tornado on the ground. And I think 2 of these warnings over here expired. This is going to be heading toward Concord here. And this tornado warning down south is a PDS tornado warning. And the only thing going to be a tornado warning is a tornado emergency, which may be issued in this if it comes up toward Texarkana. There was a tornado emergency the other day. Large tornado going through Hughes Springs. So it's right about there, and it's going to go that way. If it keeps its path, it's going toward Texarkana. This is going for a cemetery. Okay, this is strong rotation down here near Brawley. Strong rotation here near Brawley. Whoa. I think that's a tornado on the ground. I think there is a tornado on the ground here near. I don't know. I can't tell because there's a real. The CC is saying it's right there. See, right there's where the CC drop would be. I think there is a CC drop on this storm, which is the weird thing is the rotation is not as strong. Well, most likely on the ground. I want to say it's on the ground just because the CC drop. It would be over Lake Kinky and Brawley. Let me go back to Little Rock. I don't know why this tornado warning's here. They should cancel it most definitely, probably. And this one up here is gone, by the way. Here is the PDS tornado warning. It looks like it just hit. Oh, it looks like it just hit. It clipped the side of Dangerfield. Dangerfield? I don't know how to say that town name. Sorry. And Hughes Springs, heading for the Crossroads Community Cemetery or Cemetery. Again, I'm going to show you all your risk for today. Today's risk is a moderate risk, so I'm not surprised there is a PDS tornado warning. Right down here near Dangerfield. Another tornado warning was just issued, but mine is not showing up, so. Okay, so this tornado has lifted after it hit the town of Lone Star, and it just lifted. Here is the rotation. It has probably most lifted. Yes, it's lifted. So if you're in this warning, you need to be in your shelter because this could touch that down. It produced a tornado earlier. Look at this. Rotation's right there. There might be a tornado on the ground. I don't know if that's a CC messing up or not, but I think they are going to cancel the. Oh, wait. Okay, this is the new tornado warning I was talking about. This is going to be from Mountain View, heading toward Mount Olive, Calico Rock, Arkansas. This is over Surly and Fairfield Bay. Most likely there or there. I don't know why they issued the warning so far back, but it's probably right about there. This is now if you live in Mountain View, if you live in Mount Olive, I'd go ahead and get your shelter. You're just outside the warning. Surly, you need to be in your shelter. Fairfield Bay, you need to be in your shelter. This is going to track toward Calico Rock, Norfolk, Oxford, and Melbourne in Arkansas. This has been downgraded to radar indicated, and no, it's no longer PDS. Still strong rotation. It is no longer on the ground. I know that. But it did just hit the town of Lone Star, and I think it barely missed these two towns here. Okay, I think this is dying down a bit. Yeah, I don't think that was on the ground. Okay, so it's hard to get to that storm because there's no radar sites near it. But this is the best This is the best view you're gonna get because there's no radar sites near it. They're probably gonna issue a new warning here pretty soon though. This might be toward Hot Springs, Arkansas. This was PBS earlier. Could have gone tornado emergency if it stayed on the ground, but this hit the town of Lone Star. If you live in this warning too, you need to be in your safe place. If you live in Mountain View, get in your shelter. Okay. I do not have cameras today, so we have 6 current tornado warnings. 1, 2, 3. This storm will be in the direction of Texarkana. Radar just updated. Sorry about that voice crack. Velocity is not updated. The radar has. There's your hook. Been live for about 41 minutes. Thank you for watching. Star. They have shortened this warning here near Fort Smith. There is a wall cloud in this storm here. Near Mountain View, heading towards Mexico Rock. I'll give it like 10 seconds. I'm trying to see if there's a tornado on the storm. I have a camera here. This is probably the strongest crosswinds here. Not as strong here. That's probably why it's not on the ground. Very strong. There is a rotating wall cloud on this storm. I think I'm gonna actually get off because there's not much happening. All right, we'll do that. See ya.